Yeah.
Hey, good afternoon, YouTube. Today we are going to review an old school game that I used to play when I was a kid, and like my mom used to play when she was a kid, and it goes back generations. But it's called Jacks, and I'm sure that a lot of you may have heard about what Jacks is all about. But one thing that I noticed straight away was that they make these jacks a whole lot bigger than what they used to. When I was a kid, they were not this big. It's like they made them ergonomically correct. Or I don't know if the kids these days can't pick up the smaller jacks. I don't know. But yeah, so they make them a lot bigger. But the objective of the game is to clear the floor or clear up all the jacks sequentially. So you start with your onesies. You go up to your twosies, your threesies. You pick up 4 jacks at a time, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way up to 10. And while you're doing it, you're not supposed to disturb the other jacks that are laid out on the floor. And you have to capture the ball and the jack in the same hand in order, and do that throughout the round until you get all the jacks up off the floor. So,
all right, so it'll be a competition. You go first, and then I'll go after.
Oh, you want to go after? Okay. So I'm going to start with my onesies. So I'll just show you, because sometimes just showing is better than talking about it. So you go through, and you have to catch the ball and the jack in one hand. And if ever the jacks are close together and you're doing your onesies, you have to make sure that you do not disturb the jack next to the one that you're trying to pick up. Okay?
There's 10 of them?
There are 10 of them.
Right.
So that's what the standard is. So I just picked up all 10 by going one by one. So those are my onesies. So next I'm going to proceed to my twosies. So this is where you pick up 2 jacks at a time. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So twosies. Okay. Now it's been a long time since I've played this game, and so I'm out.
Okay.
So if you drop a jack while you're trying to catch the ball, even if you have both jacks in the hand, like what I just did, then you're out, and then the next person or your opponent gets.
So then how many points did you get?
Well, it's not about points. It's just about clearing the board and doing it effectively. So if I would have gotten all of my 2s up without messing up, say I just kept going, then I proceed to my next round.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, you passed round 1, you made it to round 2, and then you made 1 extra clear, right?
Which for what?
Before messing up.
Yes.
So you did it one time without messing up.
Yeah, so when I went through all of my ones, so
yeah.
The second time I messed up. So now what happens is I pass it on to you.
Yeah, so then you pretty much got 6 points. Because you messed up on number 7. Because the first one you got 10. 10 points plus another 2 jacks.
Well, you're adding a new objective to it.
No, because then you can see who did better. Because you made it to round 2, and then you messed up on the second try.
Oh, so you're just going by, you're counting the quantity on how many jacks we pick up before we mess up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the way that we played by rounds. So I got to my second round, to my twosies, but I didn't pass my second round. So now I give it to you, and if you pass your second round and you go to your threesies and you mess up in your 3s, then you've passed me, but whoever gets to 10 and clears 10 first, then that's the winner. That person is the winner. So the objective is for the first person to go through all 10 rounds and get up all the jacks they're supposed to without missing. They're the winner of the
No, but I'm saying, like, rather than going to that, for the beginners, then it's like the person that made it the furthest.
So you can do that too.
So then it's like you made it to round 1, and you threw round 1, and then you round 2, and you messed up after the first one. So if somebody messes up after the second one, then they won. Because they made it further.
Okay, if you don't want to go through all 10.
Yeah, because, I mean, beginners are not going to be able to get that high anyway.
But you might be surprised.
Okay.
Yep. So do you want to try now?
Yeah, you feel me.
Okay. All right. So, and I'll let you, like, spread the jacks and everything.
All right, so my question is this. Can people, because can they cheat by, like, letting it come, like, from here?
Well,
Like what's the rule for that? Because if you let it bounce from there, you got a lot more time.
So it's not.
To get the jack.
So did you see the way I did it? You have to throw the ball up. So you don't drop it literally. So I don't know if I can do it. So you have that's the way.
But what I'm saying, what if they throw it like really high up and they get more time?
So you see, he's asking questions now. You see, he's trying to cheat. He hadn't even learned the game yet. Okay. So, but I'll show you. I mean, the typical is to like do a bounce and like to keep it pretty much closer to the floor instead of trying to throw. Because also there's disadvantage because if you throw that ball all the way up in the air and you get the jacks and you don't know exactly where the ball is landing and you miss it, then you're out. So. Yeah, but that's so. I'll let you try. So spread the jacks.
Alright, so let's see which hand I'm gonna end up using.
Okay.
I'll probably use my left.
Okay, and remember, you just have to catch the ball and the jacks in the same hand. Yeah, so just spread them out. There you go. I've done this before. Mm-hmm. So one jack at a time. So bounce it and catch. Yeah. So it's just it's like hand and eye, but keep doing it because this is Sifu's first time doing jacks. So but baby, you can't adjust. just do it again. Yeah, so just spread the jacks out and then onesie. So make sure not to disturb. There you go. Not to disturb the standing jack. There you go. And it's just practice. It's just practice because like your first time, my first time ever doing it, balls and jacks were flying all over the place. And it's like a focus game. I tell you, you can get it. Yeah, you can. Just give yourself time. If you can play pool, yes, you can do this. And I think this is something that like athletes should learn how to do because it brings focus back in, small motor skills. Yeah. So for your onesies, so let me give you some pointers.
What?
For your onesies, you want to spread them out a little bit more to give yourself some space. Yep. Keep going. Yeah, so just spread them a little bit more. Not ridiculously, but a little wider. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so that's a good spread. And remember, it's just hand-eye. Yep, just keep going, because this is about practicing and getting used to picking up those little jacks. It's like focusing. You got this, baby.
How long is it going to take me to get 10?
Get all 10 of them up. Yeah, but see, it's awesome because like it takes a second for you to get used to, you know, like you got this. Kids, have any of you played jacks before?
Can't do it.
You can do it. It's just your first time ever. Like this is like a brand new thing. It's like speaking a new language for the first time. You know, you see what he's doing? So this is the first round where you have to pick one jack up at a time. So you do a little bounce. You have to pick it up and catch the ball with the same hand. And you do that to get all 10 of them up, one at a time.
Ah!
You're so right there. But that was awesome because you got through further. Now you see that clump right there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So usually we don't like to see onesies that close. And if ever you throw out a hand and like the jacks are either touching already or they're on a cluster one on top of the other, there you go. See, my baby is agile.
You get angry?
Well, if you get angry,
you do better.
You lose focus. Well, controlled anger gets you through.
Ah!
Keep doing. Try it again. Try it again. No, I was gonna tell you like try to pick it up with a
touched.
Okay.
I know what cards did. I want to try.
You want to try too?
Just for a second.
I can't play just yet.
You got this, babe.
She's gonna be here all day. 30-minute YouTube video.
Ew. I'm playing jacks. Yeah.
All right.
Yes, baby. Woo! You want to try?
Make sure to do the twosies.
You want
now.
twosies? Okay. So this one you pick up 2 jacks at a time. Okay.
All right. So we'll see if we could beat how far Trinity just got. Cause she did.
I got up to 3s.
All right. So
You got it. Mm-hmm. Yep. So usually we go for the easiest and leave the hardest for the last that we pick up. Or you can do it in reverse or however you like. But 2 jacks at a time, and you have to catch the ball in the same hand.
I messed up.
Yeah.
Round 2. All right, Angelina, try it.
All right. So Angelina, we're gonna start with onesies. So this is where you're picking up 1 jack at a time. Okay. So actually pick all the jacks up. And again, when I was a kid, we used to always like shake them up in our hands. I think it was just a thing that we did, and then you just spread them out. Now, as you're picking them up, you do a bounce. You saw what your dad was doing, and you cannot disturb any of the other jacks that are laying on the floor.
Like you can't like do this.
Can't. Yeah.
You can only do 1 at a time right now.
So right now you're on your onesies. So you're picking up 1 jack at a time. So go ahead and move that the way that it was. Okay. So 1 jack at a time. 1 bounce. Get the jack. Catch the ball. So you want to get it. Yep. So 1 bounce. Get the jack.
Like, yeah.
Catch the ball. So that's the objective.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
you
that.
go. So
Now
go ahead.
pass the jack to the other hand so you're free.
Another one.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah. Get it.
Yep. Now, the disadvantage of doing it that way is what just happened. So if you throw it down, it bounces faster, and you have to hurry up and get it before it comes
throw
back.
it up.
Throw it
like
up.
this. You get a little more time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
And remember, don't disturb that other jack when you pick up that 1. Okay, you can't move it. Oh. Okay, go ahead. So it's like learning how to strategize and position your body. Okay. So good try. So let me do my twosies and give some like pointers on technique too.
Bye-bye.
So you wanna grab that? Okay. And these are all 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right. So if you ever throw out your jacks and you have jacks that land like that, it's called like and everything else is like this, and they're literally on top. So what you can do is just do that. That's allowed, okay? Because if they're sitting right on top of each other, then you know that kind of obstructs the I guess the layout. So I'll do my twosies now and give like some pointers. So there are 2 ways of doing twosies when you're picking up. You can do what's called, I call it the swipe and pick up, or you can do popcorn where you're picking up and then you catch the ball. So it's been years since I've done this, so I'm gonna try to show you both, okay? So the swipe is simply where you swipe it and catch the ball, okay? I'll try it again, okay? Or you can popcorn it, and this is always tricky because you might leave a jack behind, but let me see if I can still do it. Okay, and try it again. And then I'll swipe this one right here.
Dang, girl, made round 3.
Okay, so those are twosies. Now, you know, any experienced jackhead will, you know, that'll be easy for them, you know. And then you go for threesies. So this is where you're picking up 3 jacks at a time, and then you pick up the spare. So for threesies, I always use the swipe. And when you're swiping, it's like you swipe and then you close the thumb. If you swipe and you don't close the thumb fast enough, the jacks will go flying across the floor. So you want to make sure that when you swipe, you capture and close with the thumb, okay? Also, another thing that we cannot do in jacks, and it reminded me because I almost did it, is you cannot use your body to catch the ball. You have to catch the ball freehand, not catching it like that, or the jacks too. So remember not to use the body, just straight up. So this is my next swipe.
Dang, girl.
And then pick up the spare.
Wow.
Okay. So now I'm moving
Go
to
ahead.
the 4s. So let's see how we do with this one. All right, so, okay. All right, so let me try and see. See what's about to happen, y'all. So 4 jacks at a time. Okay, so I missed that one. So anyway, so say I would have gotten that, I would go to my next pattern that I'd want to get, you know, so there it is, the jack went flying, and then you pick up the spare. So yeah, so that's what it would have looked like had I completed, but since I had flying jacks and I left one behind, I gotta pass it on to Sifu now. You wanna try again?
Sure.
All right. So you got through your 1s, yeah?
Should I do the 1s again or no?
No, go to your 2s. Because you got through the 1s. So now you're picking up 2 at a time. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good spread. 2 at a time. So remember, close that thumb when you catch. Like, pinch them. 2 at a time. Yes. And don't touch the other jacks. Yeah, just pinch them, baby. Yeah. So that would be out. But since this is Sifu's first time, go ahead and finish practicing your round, baby.
Go, Jet.
Oh my god.
Hey! Girl, how you be doing all that?
Practice, baby, practice. It's like some of it still comes back from childhood, but then, you know, I am so far out of practice right now, too. It's not even funny. I can't believe I used to pick all 10 of these up at the same time.
Really?
Mm-hmm, yeah. I get through all 10 rounds.
Yeah!
Mm-hmm. But it does take practice.
Please.
This is so awesome. It's like, it's super awesome when you see like a Kung Fu master and he's like learning jacks for the first time. Because it shows that everybody starts, you know, like at the same level. And then they grow and learn. And then before you know it, he's going to be doing like different tricks, picking them up at the same time.
I don't know.
And he's going to make it into a Kung Fu challenge about hand-eye coordination. You got this,
This
babe.
is harder than killing a fly with chopsticks.
See, so you see how you have popcorn jacks? So now
Yeah.
just take it and just separate. So pick them up and then drop them. There you go. Trying new techniques. I love it. Baby, we're at 19 minutes and 16 seconds. Yeah, so that's
I'm
fine.
Waiting for a long time.
You got this, babe. Yep, quick hands.
I thought I did, but I guess I don't.
Coordinate. Yeah, there are a lot of different. Yes, good. But you see how you're like strategizing, like see what patterns you're gonna take. Trying the popcorn, the 1-2, or the swipe.
Yeah.
I had a friend where she would swipe the opposite direction. She would swipe that way and catch the jacks instead of this way.
Yeah.
But she had been playing jacks long before I. She was an expert.
Expert?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah! You ready to do for threes?
All right, you did 3?
I started 3. I didn't. Remember, mine went flying. Oh, no. I finished 3.
Round 3, right?
I went to 4, and they went flying. All right, you got threesies?
I don't know.
Okay, let's see. I think you got it. Come on now. Pulling out the old school jacks competition competitiveness. Get it? Competition competitiveness.
Let's see.
Okay. That was like, you know, like brute force picking up jacks. But he got it done, right?
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ah!
Right there. Oh, that's awesome.
This will be FMK's first 1-hour video.
Jacks. Oh, yeah. So get your threes. There you go. Make sure you don't touch those other jacks, though. I'm letting you get away with it because it's your first time. You're doing well.
I touched something?
You touched that middle, but it's okay.
Did
Keep going. Mm-hmm. So it's also like being aware of your surrounding and spacing. So like people don't know jacks, it helps you to hone in on different types of skills. You know, the hand-eye coordination, fine motor skills, strategizing, becoming aware of space and time, because you got to get the timing right with the ball and the space in which the jacks are laying, and making sure you're not disturbing the other jacks that shouldn't be disturbed.
Hey.
Mm-hmm. So like all of these things come about. Look at what you did. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey.
So a good for the threes, because you were trying to pick up like that a lot,
Yeah.
is to do the slide and to have almost like where you're doing this right here.
Okay.
Because there are 3 and not just 2. With 2, you can like just, you know. But that might be helpful.
Okay.
Yeah. So like different strategies on how to pick up. Yeah.
All right.
And then get your spare.
Oh, yeah.
Baby, how you get the spare?
Jeez.
That's the easiest part.
Man.
Yeah.
Do this all over.
Mm-hmm. Now pay attention to that. You see how you're picking up the jacks each time you pick them up to throw down your hand? Pay attention to how you're doing that, because that's a technique that you'll use when it comes to picking up the larger quantities.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah!
All right,
You ready for your 4s?
Round 4.
Yep, 4sies. Babe, you be throwing things way too close. No, you're good. Look at that. Just 2 clusters of 4. I'm not saying you're cheating. I'm just saying it is just conveniently close for your 4s. Just okay.
My bad.
Come on, I'm going to throw them down. Close as possible. Yes. And pick up your spare. Good. All right. So he passed me in with 4s, guys. Now you have 5. So you should have just 2 groups, 5 and 5.
3, 4, 5.
And this is real fun. So I'm going to, after he does this, I'm going to lay his jacks out the way he has them right now and show a couple different ways. And again, pardon my my dust, because it's been about 20 plus years since I've played jacks. But the way he has it,
I can't do that.
So hold it, don't clear it.
All right.
Hold that. So let me see if I can do what. All right. So for 5s, so I'm gonna see if I remember how to. Okay.
Wow.
So, but did you see the motion? So again,
yeah.
so it's like to get all of them, you literally, and then you pick up and catch the ball.
Yeah.
So let me try that again, just to know exactly where the ball go. It went bouncing.
Right there.
Okay, thank you. All right, so let's try this again. I think it was 3 over here, 2 there. Okay, so here we go.
You got it?
So I got all 5, and then this one. Aye. So there are different ways and different techniques when it comes to picking up the jacks when they're in funny layouts. Yeah, but I got the hardest one, which is like making that S-scoop. So, so the more you do the game, the more ways you, like discover, and like you can like try it different ways of picking up, like the different forms that, that come out when you throw the jacks down. So let me see if I can get through my 4sies like Sifu did. Where'd it go? Let me try again. Yeah, so this is good even for me, like, getting back for the first time.
Nice.
So you have popcorn? So let me try one more time for the 4s.
Nice.
And then 5s.
Yeah.
5s. So I'm going to pick up the way that you picked up when you were getting all the jacks up. So you did a move like this. You see that? Where you did it that way.
You got 5 right there?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So that's all 5.
Nice.
Now I'm going to try to get all of these.
Got it?
All 5.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's timing, like throwing the ball up and like creating a rhythm to get them all up off the floor. And then get to catching the ball. So now we're going to do 6. Ooh.
Gonna do shit.
Oh, sugar. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So that was my 6th attempt. but it just goes like as you get used to playing and you get your hands and your coordination and your timing, like with practice you can get to the point where you can just scoop these things up. And like I remember girlfriends playing with them and they would have to pick up all 10s, and this is where I learned the game too, just watching the expert players in my neighborhood. Like they would have it where they would throw the ball up and they would do something like that to get all 10 up.
Yeah.
And they, they put the whole body into it, or they, but it is possible to get all 10 of these up at one time. I'm not going to attempt to do that right now because I need to still practice on my 4sies and my 5sies. But yeah, you want to try some more?
I think that's good.
Good, yeah.
Because it's like right under 30 minutes.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. Like I said, it's an old school game. It's simple. Like we didn't pay much for this. You get 2 balls and jacks, and they have different kinds and colors and stuff. But it's definitely one of my childhood favorites when it comes to games and actually having everybody involved. So I'm loving that you're learning how to play this too.
Yeah, it's fun.
So yeah. Right, and maybe the next time we do a video like this, we'll have a tournament with the kids, and Sifu will be so much better, and I'll be swiping all 10 up at the same time. You know? So yeah, but thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your time. Have a great Sunday.
Thank you.